There is something very specific about a wedding where one person walks away thinking you are loud, disruptive, and ignoring the rules, and you leave thinking nobody even acknowledged your existence. Not misunderstood, erased, same night, same room, same people. So what actually happened here? And more importantly, whose version are you already believing? Hey guys, it's Macy May, and welcome back to OfficialGlamm, the place where we put the real in reality TV. Teddi Mellencamp is giving a play-by-play of what she says was borderline embarrassing behavior from Dorit Kemsley at Alexia Umansky and Jake Zingerman's wedding, while Dorit is telling a version where she showed up during a cast feud and got iced out by almost everyone there. And the uncomfortable part, both stories line up just enough to be true. Teddi starts with the setting, and immediately you understand the assignment. This is Kyle Richards' daughter's wedding. Not casual, not chaotic. Guests are walking up these big stairs into what she describes as a forest-like environment. Styled, quiet, almost removed from Los Angeles entirely. It is meant to feel calm and intentional, like you are stepping into something curated. People are seated in small groups, not one long row. Teddi is sitting next to Alex Baskin, with Erika Jayne nearby, and Rinna in the mix too. It is spaced out in a way where you can talk, but you are still aware this is a ceremony, not cocktail hour, and before anything even starts, there are instructions. No photos, no videos, just sit there and be present. Now Dorit arrives. Teddi says she comes down the stairs late. Not late enough to delay anything, but late enough that her entrance is noticed. And instead of quietly settling in, she brings a completely different energy with her. Loud. Talking the entire time, while everyone else is sitting there quietly waiting for the ceremony to begin. Teddi is sitting right next to her and says she felt embarrassed, which is a very specific kind of reaction. That is not irritation. That is the kind of discomfort where you start wishing you could disappear into your chair. Then the timing gets worse. Right as they are waiting for the wedding to start, right as people are about to walk down the aisle, Teddi says Dorit pulls out her phone and starts recording. After they were clearly told not to. No pictures, no videos. And Teddi's takeaway is simple. There is no excuse for that. What makes this land differently is that Teddi goes out of her way to say this is not personal. She talks about loving Dorit at times, laughing with her, even supporting her during serious moments like the robbery. This is not someone reaching for a reason to drag her. This is someone watching behavior in real time and thinking, this is not the moment for that. Now shift to Dorit's version, because this is where everything flips on its head. From her perspective, she was not the disruption. She was the outsider. Dorit says she was completely ignored by her Real Housewives castmates at the wedding. This is all happening after a heated falling out with Kyle Richards. And despite that, she still chooses to go. Kyle had texted her after their situation in Italy, saying she would be there. So Dorit shows up, in the middle of unresolved tension, alone, and already aware that people might not be welcoming. She even says everyone assumed she would not come. That the invitation felt more like something extended for appearance than expectation, especially since her estranged husband PK was also invited. Dorit did not even know he would be there until the day before, which adds another layer of awkward, no one asked for. Still, she shows up, walks in, head high, very aware she is stepping into a situation, and according to her, the reaction is almost nothing. No acknowledgement from Erika Jayne, no acknowledgement from Sutton Strachey, not even from PK in that moment. No one greets her. No one engages, except Kyle. Dorit says Kyle is the only one who comes up to her, gives her a kiss, thanks her for coming. And that is the extent of their interaction. One moment in an entire wedding. She says she invited both Dorit and PK because it mattered to Mauricio Umansky. Those are his close friends, his circle, and she wanted them there. Her thinking was simple. If anyone feels uncomfortable, they just will not come. Except they both did. Kyle also says Dorit never spoke to them either. There is even this moment she describes, where Dorit and Erika are standing at the bar at the same time, and somehow manage to completely ignore each other. Same place, same time. Nothing. And then Kyle softens everything at the end. She says Dorit showing up meant something to her. It gave her hope. It reminded her that Dorit does care about her daughters, that there is still some level of connection underneath everything that has happened. So now you are left with two very specific experiences of the exact same wedding. One, where Dorit is loud, talking through a quiet ceremony setup, pulling out her phone after being told not to, making the moment about her presence. Another, where Dorit is walking into a room during a feud, being quietly ignored by most of the people there, and left with one brief interaction. So if you have been picking a side this whole time, I already know you have one. Drop it below. I am reading everything. And if you made it through this entire breakdown with me, you already know you are part of this with me now. So subscribe, like, and keep coming back to OfficialGlamm. Because these moments never really end. They just keep unfolding, depending on who is telling the story.